Not nearly as bad as last time.
It's because I pulled the middle instead of the side. I pulled the side last time and we got them both. Alright. Fuck that damn assassin.
Wait, why can't we see him?
Because he targeted me and then I immunity'd it.
Nice.
Hello.
I'll check that out, would you? More gold.
Go.
Is that 2 in a row for you in this room?
No, that's the first one I got was in World. It was a 207 pair of shoulders.
Did they
I
sell
got-
you?
That was in World.
not
It was
yet.
a 207 pair of shoulders.
What type of shoulder?
Did they
I
sell
got-
you?
That was in
No,
World.
not
It was
yet.
a 207 pair of shoulders.
I know a priest who could use
What type
those.
of shoulder?
Did they
I
sell
got-
you?
That was in
No,
World.
not
It was
yet.
a 207 pair of shoulders.
Couple
I
wild
know a
tokens.
priest
Who could use
What type
those?
of shoulder?
Did they
I
sell
got-
you?
That was in
No,
World.
not
It was a
yet.
207 pair of shoulders.
Couple
I
wild
know a
tokens.
priest
Who could use
What type
those?
of shoulder?
Did they
I
sell
got-
you?
That was in
One guy
World.
not
It
yet.
was a 207 pair of shoulders.
I was just waiting. See who went where.
Yeah, and at some point, if we can get the tanks in the same group, that would be helpful.
Oh yeah, let me give people assistance. Sorry, I got on and just started fucking inviting people.
I believe we want to go up the stairs.
Correct.
The Nathria is classy. He has a torture ceiling. No, what's the word?
Tower.
Torture attic, not a torture basement.
Really? You're not gonna go with torture tower?
No. Oh, obviously. Oh, we should also always pull that pack because apparently that's how you get a shortcut to Artifaster.
We should really get like up the stairs with this.
lot of melee damage.
Get to the top of the stairs.
Yeah, those guys have a magic on them. Anybody that can purge needs to purge that. They get 100% haste. They double stack it.
Which boss is sent you? Outlaw,
There you go, Entropii.
Rogue for the win.
There's our second.
All right,
lead.
somebody want to res everybody dead? Oh, all right, and so slipper. All right, yeah, AFK a second.
I'm gonna go marksman for a bit.
If he's going marksman, I'm going feral.
Do it.
Keeps his most potent souls in this chamber. He fuels their darkest instincts, forging them into weapons to turn upon his enemies.
It's a creepy corridor.
These bombs, you will be the first to burn.
Wrath is your most potent sin, Sunstrider. It will serve us well.
This one's pride and arrogance are legendary. Come, let us deprive Nathria of his prize.
So clear ads first and then go for explanation.
That is the boss.
That's the
Yeah,
boss.
Oh, so
Oh, yes, I see.
I think we're waiting on purple. Who has the explanation on this one?
I believe this one's Jack's.
This one's DJ's.
Sorry, DJ's.
What?
Oh shit, he was not there.
That's what the Lich King said.
No.
No, that's
So close.
I'm not
Illidan.
heard.
The blue Lich King. Or sorry, the green Lich King, not the blue Lich King.
That's right.
It's the other Lich King.
The green bad guy.
Not bad, just misunderstood.
Correct.
All right, we ready for a quick rundown?
Sure, and have a couple things to add after.
What'd you say, Wolf?
I'm ready.
Hey, do a ready check real quick so I can make sure everybody's here. I don't want to explain this twice. There's a lot going on in this fight.
There's a lot going on at your mom's house.
Where do you live?
Is there work to be done?
Probably nowhere near your mom. Your mom.
Goodbye, my friend.
Thought maybe he was creeping on my mom, man.
No, she just has a reputation from this far away.
It's impressive. All right, so we're just missing Mcfooz.
Here.
All right, cool. All right, so basically this is going to be a huge healer challenge. Lots of heals going out. there's going to be several ads. You see them out there right now. We're going to mark this dude real quick with a skull. He's going to go down first. This is going to be the only time that we're going to have to deal with him. After we kill him, we're going to go... Kill order is going to be the infusers, then the occultists, which are the guys over on the right side and left side of the room. They're going to spawn out periodically, and as we kill those, they're going to drop these flask things on the ground. The healers are going to heal those. They don't last forever, so I'm sure Purple, you guys have already discussed it. But as those drop, those need to be used to heal him up pretty quickly. So kill order again is guy with skull. Only time we'll have to deal with him. Infusers, occultists, then vanquishers, then assassins, then fiends. During this fight, we're going to have to be spread out. I didn't get to discuss with the healers, but I would suggest that we do something of a quadrants. So left, mid-right, right. Have the healers kind of spread out to handle the raid, because what's going to happen is players will be hit with a lot of splash damage and AoE type damage. Try not to stack on each other during those periods. It's pretty noticeable. You'll see it pop up around you. Just try to keep those away from people. Through this fight, the whole priority is to heal Kael'thas. DPS on the back wall behind where Skull is, to the right and to the left. We can use those to actually help heal Kael'thas. So if you're sitting pretty good on your health, I don't remember what the, I think it's like 2 minutes or something like that. Every 2 minutes you can go and do that. So it's just basically something that DPS can do when you're at full health and when we're not in an ad phase. So make sure that you're clicking on those. So then the healers obviously know what they're doing. Once Kael'thas gets to 45% and 90%, he's going to spawn a shade. Our job is to DPS that shade down. During the shade phase, we want to face the shade away from the group. Hopefully you tanks know that. We're going to also have phoenixes that spawn. And they're going to just basically hard target. I think there's 2 that spawns just random people. We do want to kill those, and we want to keep them central to the room just so that it's not super spread out, because they leave a pool of flames. Try not to run it over people. Try not to run it through the boss. Try to keep them around each other so that the pools are on the ground near each other, so we're not losing a bunch of room on the platform. We'll have to kill those they'll regenerate after we kill them, and then they'll respawn. They'll hard target again and continue to chase people dropping pools. Also, the boss is going to do in heroic, I think it's a random frontal cone. Does anybody remember if it's random on normal, or does it target a tank?
His normal cleave will target a tank.
Okay. So he does, during the shade phase, he does a random frontal blast. Especially melee needs to, well, everybody needs to make sure that during that you're not in the path of it. It does hurt. The random frontal is what you were talking about as well. So, you know, there will be a lot of, during the shade phase, there will be a lot of boss awareness that we'll have to pay attention to. The tanks can't really do anything about it. It is random. Also, on occasion during the shade phase, there will be a random person that'll get a soak mechanic. I forgot to write the name of it down. That soak mechanic, basically, we need 2 or 3 players to step in and help soak. Oh, thank you, Pyrrha. You're always quick with that. My man. Ember Blast. That's what's going to target random people. We'll step in and help soak. Probably 2 to 3 people ought to be enough to help soak that. The more the merrier. Make it a little easier on the healers. Shut up, Wolf. It's a long fight. There's a lot going on. This this pool basically, again, is just add priority, kill Skull. Once we kill Skull, again, we will, the kill order from Skull is the Infuser, then the Occultist, then the Vanquishers, then the Assassins, then the Fiends. And we'll try to call those out as we go. That's pretty much the fight. It's going to be super healer intensive, so try to make use cooldowns, use health pots, use your lock cookies. Again, DPS, make sure that you help on the front there behind the Skull. You can help heal Kael'thas as well if you're sitting pretty on health and the ads are taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to tanks, and then after tanks, we'll let Purple talk to the healer side, and then we're going to get some pulls in.
One pull.
From a tanking point of view, this one's pretty straightforward, so I've only got 2 or 3 comments. I think Blutø and I are in sync, so for everybody else's sake, misdirect if you can, as much as you can. That's a big deal. We're going to try and keep everything roughly in the middle, so plan on us doing that. When we get to the shade phases and we have that, I'm going to reiterate, don't be in front of the boss. He has a cleave. I'm expecting that the raid's going to move the Phoenixes away from the boss, and that we should not have to move the boss, but we are going to be prepared to move the boss if we need to. If we do that, we're basically going to take him around to the edge, and then just go in a circle around the room. That's it.
One more thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, the last thing I was going to have is Kael'thas has 2 types of cleaves. He's got his regular cleave, and when he gets to 100% energy, he has a mega cleave. So we're going to get out of the mega cleave. Everybody, including the tanks, can get out of that. That's it. That's all I got. Up to you, Pete.
Okay. Before I turn it over to Purple, I did have a request from healers as the font drops for the healers to heal. If you can try to keep the boss away from those or off of those so they can see those, that will be really beneficial, especially as the occultists, if we're going to try to group those up, so that they can target those a little easier. Purple?
Okay, so we have quite a few people as DPS in the raid that can heal. If you're a DPS and you have time, by all means, burn mana, help heal Kael'thas. 2, if you're when the infusers drop, for the love of God, don't click on them, don't run them, run away from the orbs. The healers have to pick those up. And then if we can get the 4 quadrants, so we can call that out, orbs at such and such, just please don't use green or red because there's a lot of ground effects of those colors. And then again, like you said, please move things away so we can see those easily. Yeah, I think that's it. And then,
all right, Jack, you have anything you want to add or say before we get going tonight?
Nah, I didn't get much time to look at this fight. I haven't had time today, but I mean, from what everybody was said, from what I've gathered, it's pretty much it.
Okay, we're going to save the Lust. I'm going to let the tanks decide when to use that. It's preferably used before one of the shade phases. So if we're hurting, if you notice that we're having trouble with the ads, go ahead and, because you're going to have, the boss, the main guy, is going to be hard targeted. So you're going to see that a little easier. So if you notice we have a lot of ads up, we can use that to help clean up before we go into another phase to heal Kael'thas.
Go ahead.
Sorry, can you write out the priority again on targets?
Yeah, let me put it out just a second. I'll go ahead and put it in raid chat.
Well,
yeah, how about we just call them out?
So
I want to. There's going to be a lot of them. It's okay to put it in chat too, in my opinion.
I'm gonna write a ERT for it and then send it out. If anybody uses Exorcist, it'll create like a little sticky note on your screen.
There's one more thing. We're using the Serpent right now as a meeting place for mana, so you'll hear either Callie or Jack or Nûggz say that they're going to put something down to regenerate mana. If you're running low, head to that spot and you'll get at least a mana regen.
Awesome. Cauldron up front. If you hadn't gotten it already, grab one, use it, grab another.
There's 20 people, so don't do that.
Oh, so just grab one. Okay. No more comments between tanks and healers?
Everybody just needs to pick a spot for their healing spot.
Yeah. Left to right, kind of pick a quadrant.
I would suggest me being in the middle.
We got to stay spread out, so that's up to you guys. That's healer call. We'll give it a couple pulls and see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. On the tanks. Remember, skulls first. Then we'll move to the occultists once we get those gathered in, and then the assassins.
All right.
Here we go. Have fun, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Can't get range interrupts on those occultists.
Rip some of these cultists in.
I don't think we have a grip.
Now's a good time for DPS to use the front.
Yeah. Heal the punk.
Vanquisher's up. Take this big guy off me. Kill that assassin before it returns to stone. If they return to stone, they full heal.
Cultists in the back.
Don't forget to heal Kaoimhe.
New Vanquisher. Make sure you guys heal those Essence Fonts things that drop from the occultist and then use them.
DPS, don't forget, once your debuff drops off, you can use pedestals up front.
Got the big guy.
Assassins need to go down as quick as they can.
Swap, I got 3.
Got it.
Thank you.
Great job, guys. Keep it up.
Soul Infusers are up.
They're just gonna book. Kill him.
Yeah, we gotta
Kill him,
get some.
CC him, hard stun, everything you got.
Yep, infusers.
Facing boss, Jack grab left, Scorn grab right.
We gotta get these infusers dead, guys.
Everybody on the infuser. Ignore the other end.
Alright, we need to use Lust right there to clean
Remember?
this up.
Okay. Remember the phoenixes. Kite them around. Keep them out of people. We do need to kill the phoenixes.
I got the Vanquisher. I need to get kill Lust too.
Yeah, mana turtle on serpent.
Do not be in front of the boss.
Phoenix is down.
We need to side target. You're getting hit by that cleave, Blutø. Take the Vanquisher off me. Guys, do we need to priority target that ad?
Get the ad down.
Remember, blast on me, get in. Okay.
Once the ad's down, swap to
Take kill
phoenixes.
toss if you can.
That's a soak.
Did you have to run right into me?
That's a soak. You're supposed to help.
I got kill toss.
Is it 2 on KT? You want me to grab him?
Yeah, grab him. But don't get hit by that. Don't get hit by that.
I'm gonna bring him back the way we can.
Keep the phoenixes away from the group much as you can.
Watch that cleave, guys. Everybody get out of the cleave of the boss. Get out of that frontal cone. Get out of that frontal cone. He's not tauntable.
It's not tauntable?
Yeah, that was fucking weird. Now
Yeah, I don't remember that being a part of the... We're getting some room on the other side if you need to make a hard switch.
That's really weird. He straight up gave me an immune response to that first taunt.
Remember DPS, we can heal through totems over here. Let's regroup, get everybody topped up.
Everybody who's not attacking something, turn around and attack this thing.
Once the infusers spawn, swap.
Infusers are out.
Everybody
Taunting.
hard swat. Get on those infusers. Hard stun them, CC them, slow them down. The infusers are top priority right now, guys.
I got 3, take the boss, or take the Vanquisher.
Yep.
If you haven't hit one of the pedestals, and it's DPS, make sure you get it.
We got some assassins up.
On the assassins, just cleave the others.
Taking the Rockbound.
That Vanquisher needs to die before the assassins right now, since we have 2 Vanquishers.
Swap to skull.
I'll take both to keep us from getting too many stacks, and I'll shield wall. Kill Skull, please.
After skull's down, finish off the assassins.
Grab the other one.
I'm taking the other one.
Thank you.
Vanquishers are your
Who is
current
he killing
priority
it?
target. I apologize. That's assassins, not Vanquishers, is what I meant to say. Kill the assassins first. When they return to stone, make sure you kill them. got both Vanquishers.
Drop the assassins.
You're about
Swap.
to lose the tag.
Yeah. Getting overrun.
Yeah, this is an overrun.
Okay. Wipe it up. Well, let it hang out as much as you can. That's pretty much the fight. So add priority again, just in case y'all got to see it a little bit. So add priority is going to be the infusers, then the occultists, then the vanquishers, then the assassins, then the fiends.
Hell up, don't release.
Do not release.
Of course.
Yeah, we need to get a little quicker on calling that. Everybody, before you release, just give it a few seconds, and then we'll find out. That way we can make sure if we have...
Yeah, I didn't know that I was alive.
There is a portal we can activate from the room. It just didn't activate.
So it looked like we could heal the person who is DPSing and using the orbs, or the fonts I'm seeing. So could we, I guess, put dots on them?
On the...
So on our DPS that's actually using their life essence to heal health and such?
It would be too much to swap that mid-fight. There's 4 of them, and it would be 4 different people to put markers on. Oh, I got it.
Yes, you can put. Yes, you know how to put a heart on a person that's doing that.
It looks like they can stay there a little longer and let their health out.
Well, no, it's a specific time channel.
Yeah, I think it's 12 seconds.
I forget exactly how long.
I think it's 12 seconds. Also, the big one that we did obviously get overran by ads, so that's just going to be a bit of a DPS check through this. It was pretty clean for a while. The big thing that I noticed is the soak mechanic. The Ember Strike, that is a soak that other people need to stack in. So don't run away from somebody if they're trying to get to you to get some help soaking that. You can use defensives. I was able to turtle it and soaked it just fine by myself. So if you have turtle, bubbles, anything like that, you can soak those solo. But Ember Strike needs to be helped soaked.
There's
How many would you like to be soaking with it?
I would say, based on what I saw for damage, at least 4.
Yeah, one shot 2 people.
So probably 4 or 5, as many people as we can get to soak it, the better. It's not a huge circle, so it could be easily missed, especially as hectic as those ads get. People are gonna if you get it on you, if you get Ember Strike on you, run to the biggest group of people you can find, other than tanks. Preferably not healers either, but the more you can get in to soak that, the better. We were pretty well spread out.
It was 5 people.
Okay, so 5 people at least. The more the merrier. The other thing is the phoenixes that got a little hairy as you're kiting those. If you get targeted with that, try to stay with the other one and keep them in a semi-line the best that you can, instead of spreading out all over across the map. The tanks and melee especially got kind of hemmed in on this back corner, which made it difficult for DPS to get to that back wall to help heal fonts as well. So try to keep that a little bit tighter also. I think we called Lust a little bit too early, maybe, especially after seeing that last ad pack. They got even hairier. So a little hairy is to be expected. But again, that's I mean, it was a good call from what I saw. I didn't expect it to get so hairy later either. So
I just wanted to make sure that we had it then so that we could see more of the fight, if I'm being honest.
Sure. No, good call. We did a good job. That was really clean, other than soaking the Ember Strike. And we got to really watch how we're kiting the Phoenix around. It's going to mean a loss of DPS possibly. But the most important thing is going to be the mechanics at that point. So just, even if it's turning and focusing solely on kiting it well, that's what you need to do. Again, Ember Strike, make sure you soak, help soak, 5 or more. We need a lot of people in them. Let's get a ready check and get another pull, unless a tank or a healer has something.
No, at this point, I think more is better than less. More pulls is going to be what we need to get exposure on this, in my opinion.
All right.
Is everybody? No. Let's
Here,
just
Blutø,
go.
start in the
Just
middle.
go.
I'm gonna. Blutø, you start in the middle. I'm gonna get the side guys.
It's probably better you have your shield.
Yeah. I changed a couple things around.
Remember,
It's better.
priority Skull at this point. After that, we're going to jump to the Occultist. Now's a good time for some DPS to hit these fonts up front. Watch that splash damage. Don't move, get the full channel.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
Ready for add.
You can start with that guy. I'll pick up anything else that comes in and I'll switch it too.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Just cleave the fiends. Hard swap to the assassins at this point. Stun them, do what you can.
Grab the rock down, please.
Got him. Yeah, sorry, I'm not watching it close enough.
Nope, you're good.
Vanquisher. After the Vanquisher, we'll swap to the Occultist. Hard swap Occultist. Cleaves if you got it. Very good on the grouping.
I got Vanquisher first.
Yeah, well, Fawn's out.
Cleave Fiends. Target the assassin.
Shade's coming out.
We got an Occultist in the back, but we'll get him after the assassins.
I got Kel'Thas. You got Vanquisher.
Fight the Phoenixes. Watch what you're doing.
Do not be in front of Kel'Thas. Alright, you and I need to switch here.
Yep. After this one, swap.
Can we get priority damage on the Vanquisher, not Kel'Thas?
Everybody on Skull. Kite the Phoenixes.
I got him. That way you can get out, reset. Slowing effects work on those Phoenixes. They need to be used. Get out of in front.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take him, Blutø. And keep moving him around that corner. We got open space behind him, it looks like.
I need to stack up more for those blasts.
We're a little cut off those Phoenixes.
Get out of in front of him, get out of him.
If you're melee and you got a Phoenix targeted, you need to get it away.
Here, let's get him all the way through this. Keep coming back, Blutø. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
out of it.
healers are dead.
Keep running it. Get used to kiting those phoenixes.
Phased him.
What that face looks like. Do we want to call a wipe since you have one healer up?
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
All right.
Try and
So
put a brazier down.
do we got a brazier down?
Scorn should have a soul stone as well.
Okay.
Just here.
Stand in fire.
Jack, I'm gonna res you. Do not take it.
Stand in fire, guys. It's all over here.
I don't know if that worked or not.
I need
So
them to
again-
kill me near the brazier.
Stand in the fire, guys. Stand in the fire. The fire does a lot of damage, so just stand in the fire.
Yep. But if you're too far away from the brazier, it won't get you.
Not release.
Oh,
Did we get a res?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So again, the thing that got us there that I saw was the phoenixes. We really are cutting off a lot of the tanks and a lot of the healers, and we need to try to get him tanked back towards the platform if we can. So what we're going to do is, if you get the phoenix, we're going to run it more to the outside and away from the raid back towards the stairs, and just kite them back that direction so we can keep the front side not so cut off so people can get to each other. I was completely cut off on the back side of this room over here, as several people were.
One other thing that will make a change.
Is there-
with that one is we're just gonna make hard movements with them. So Blutø, between you and I, when we switch taunt, it actually might be a good idea to basically pull him with the taunt. So whoever doesn't have him, just back up, 30 yards, and when we switch, taunt him from there. And we're just gonna make hard, big movements with the boss to get him moving around the room a little bit more, and hopefully into a free space. One other quick comment before I shut up is I hadn't caught this until that run. The boss's big cleave hit that he does also leaves pools. So there are 2 sources of pools.
I have a question.
Shoot.
All the fire on the ground, what's that coming from?
The phoenixes, that's what I'm talking about, kiting.
All right. What I'm seeing is it's coming from is when the boss targets somebody and you have to soak it, it leaves a big pool on the ground of fire.
It does leave that as well.
That too.
Yeah, 3 sources total.
Yeah, predominantly the phoenix is the one that keeps it so spread out. Big lines. As long as they're alive and moving, they're dropping pools on the ground. The soak does leave that as well. So what we're going to do is tanks. Is there any aversion to tanking it more towards square during that phase and to the front where they're at?
Happy to.
Okay,
Just
try to
moving him into open space, but we can start him over there.
Yeah, try to keep him on that side. Melee, stay to this back side of the boss the best that you can, towards this side of the room. Range, stay on this side as well. And during that shade phase, we need to semi-group up so that soaks will be a little easier. It's not so important that we spread during that phase. If you get the Phoenix chasing you, you need to run it back towards this side of the room. You're going to lose DPS. We don't care. Get the mechanic down as priority. Yeah. Also, if you get the soak, jump towards Moon. Collectively, that's where people will know if you get it. That's where they're going to go to help you soak, is towards Moon. Let's try to, and then after the shade phase, then we loosely spread out again and go into another ad phase.
Other quick comment, and I think you said it, I just want to say it twice. When we get that shade, ads are first priority before anything else. The shade is not important. Those ads need to die. What you guys are not seeing necessarily with those is if that Vanquisher is up, he does increasing damage to the tank, and he will eventually kill us. So those ads do have a timer on them.
So would you prefer then, for my DPS, like as a healer, to hit the what you're talking about, or to hit Kalthazad, because the shade, I can't heal unless the shade is dead.
You would be the the exception, Scorn.
Yeah, there's no healing during shade phase.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
You bet. Again, it's just getting comfortable with the mechanics. Let's get another pool.
Hey, wait, quick question first. On the
Sure.
ads, should DPS, anytime they can, go up to the pedestals?
Yes. As often as you can, I would say yes. Did you have something else?
The only time you should, from what I've seen, DJ click the pedestals is when there is no ads available to hit.
Okay. Well, problem is we're having a hard time. I mean, are we healing him okay?
Yeah, I don't think.
Is it? I'm not watching his health so much. I'm focused mostly on.
Is what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, the faster we get him to 45, the faster we push the phase.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually echo that. Phasing and what waves of ads we get is based on how quickly we phase. We're getting about 2 or 3 vanquishers. We should be getting 1, maybe 2, and that's based on how quickly we phase the healing phase. So more healing will make the rest of this easier.
So I'll call out when we can, when to soak some of those braziers as DPS. If I see that we're doing okay, I'll call it out. Okay, and make sure you don't move when you're doing it. It disrupts the channel.
Also, it doesn't look like Kel'Thas gets forbearance, so all paladins can just throw away on hands on him on the beginning of the fight.
It's just you two. I'm not using it. I'm saving it for tanking.
That's fine.
Alright, Blutø on you. You've got the front guys, I got the occultists. Anybody with a ranged interrupt, if you want to hit the guys on the left, it would be appreciated.
Essence spawns out.
Hey guys, get over here and start healing.
Yep. If you can get on a font, get on a font.
Should be doing that from the beginning of the fight.
Another interruption from the castle guard. Dispose of them.
You start with that guy, Blutø.
Yep.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Cleave the fiends. When the assassins come up, hard swap.
I got Vanquisher off you.
Thank you.
Assassin.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
Get the Vanquisher down. If you haven't done a... If you haven't channeled a totem, get up there and do it. Cultists.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Interrupts if you can get them.
Second Vanquisher's up, I got him.
Okay.
Focus cultists. Everybody on Vanquisher.
Kel'Thas is up, start with him, take him over to that square side.
Okay.
Everybody move more towards Moon. Remember, soaks go to Moon. Watch the cone frontal. Phoenixes stay further to the other side of the room.
Priority target right now is Vanquisher, not Kel'Thas.
If you have the Phoenix on you, remember your whole job is to keep them kited around.
Blutø, you and I switch. Get out of the front of that switch.
Drop the Phoenix.
Go ahead and take Kael'thas.
Watch the soaks for the embers, guys. If you get it on you, run to people. Phoenixes, kite to the other side of the room.
Pull him back. Get out of that. I'm going to taunt him off.
Oh, shoot.
That's my fault.
Yeah, get Zipper up if you can.
Hard focus the shade.
Taunting.
Kael'thas.
Point him into that wall if you can.
Move back to the center of the room if you can.
We actually are going to go towards the opposite side. Don't point him. Yeah, okay.
All right, we're good. If you can get a font, DPS. Get ready for the next ad phase.
Start with the Vanquisher, Blutø.
Got it.
Loosely spread.
Guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Infusers.
Everybody switch the infusers right now. Hard stuns and everything in between. Slow them down.
Symbol.
The Vanquisher, please.
I got him. Healers, there's a bauble over on the right hand side that nobody has yet. Make sure somebody gets it.
2 on the left side.
Yeah, put this
Moon and square.
Yeah. Scorn Jack.
You take Vanquisher, I got it.
Assassin. Hard swap to assassins. Cleave the ads.
Another interruption from the castle guard. Dispose of them.
Get that Vanquisher down. I got this one.
Oh, you still have this. Oh, there you go.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
Everybody on the Vanquisher. Remember, we do have Lust available still. Everybody on Occultist.
Most likely we're going to want that Lust for when we go into the second Shade phase here in a second.
Kael'thas is taking 20% increased healing right now, if you have any cooldowns.
Take the Vanquisher.
Got him.
Get the Occultist down, guys.
His response.
More of those fools seek to hinder us. Do not allow them to interfere.
DPS, if you can get up front to help with the font.
Assassin's incoming.
5% until phase.
Ads, top priority. Stay on
Take
the
the
attack.
Vanquisher, please.
Additional guards are en route. Ensure that their deaths are swift.
Get the ads down.
Interruption from the castle guard.
Infusers.
Dispose of them.
We have a second Vanquisher. Infusers are top priority if they come up.
They're up.
Everybody on Infusers.
Shades up.
We might want to. Here, I'll take the Vanquisher. You take KT.
Yep.
Or KT.
Everybody
That's
on the
fine.
Infusers.
No.
We want hero.
Hero.
You want hero. Kael'thas is up. You do not need to heal. Priority target is ads.
Help soak.
Gonna have to swap with you.
Feel free to pick up those orbs. They help with healing the raid.
Swapping. Grab the Vanquisher, please.
I got the Vanquisher. This Vanquisher is priority target. Do not plan to swap back with me, I will swap with you.
Okay.
Because I can eat this Vanquisher for a while.
Everybody on the Vanquisher if you can.
Yeah, healer cooldowns if you need them. Or
Alright,
when
I'll
you
swap
need them.
with you now, swap with me. Do not get out of that cleat, get out of the... Yeah.
External Blutø, please.
Don't be in front of him.
Everybody on Kael'thas?
Do you have any reses available?
Blutø's down.
Healer cooldown.
I will be okay. Use a healer, not Blutø. I have an immunity. I can survive this. Do not be in
When
front of the
Kael'thas is dead, the fight is over.
Hard DPS on Kael'thas. Phoenixes, keep them away from the group. Cooldowns if you got them.
Going through the fire, it's my only option.
Titanium, I have a lay on hands if you need it.
Thank you. If you see me get below 20%, use it.
Everybody on Kael'thas. Keep it together. We got this.
Slow that Phoenix if you can.
Fuck, I shouldn't have soaked that. Everybody just stay on him. You got enough to kill him.
Kill that boy.
Hell yeah!
I'm a tank.
Damn.
That's wasn't the prettiest.
Well
but
done.
we did
It's a
it.
little bit ugly, but guess what? It's all done. Nice job.
Wow.
I don't know who I tried to soak there. I think it was Mcfooz or somebody. Whoever it was. I should have let you die.
Good job, everybody. That was hectic, and we did good. Healers, tanks, everybody. Now I'm done for the night. Yay!
Wait, what?
I meant like, I don't have to explain no more. Good job, team. I'm super stoked about that.
That's a pretty good kill. That guy's not easy with those ads.
We were about 2 seconds from phasing him without getting the second set of soul infusers, which would have made that a little bit easier.
I'm gonna
But
get my.
good job.
Are we gonna do a break soon?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's do a break. I'm gonna get my girls in bed, and
Alright,
if
wait,
you
what's the
haven't,
next boss we're doing?
yeah.
Before we take a break. What's the next boss?
Council.
Yeah.
The last one.
Council is a hard fight. Anybody that has not watched it, go do it right now.
Let's do it 10 minutes so we can have time to watch that. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk away to watch it myself, because that's the one that I get to explain. Back in 5.
Oh, sure.
I got kind of an interesting little trinket.
I think we go down the stairs over here.
Yep.
Come, mortals. It is time to rid Revendreth of a haughty band of nobles that stand between us and Nathrius.
I know we're on break, but do we want to get the shortcut so that we don't have to run all the way back?
Probably a good idea.
It's just like 2 trash packs upstairs.
Yeah, either we can do it when everybody gets back, or I mean, I'm here, but I'd rather people watch the video and then we can get it.
Yeah, I was going on my internet. I'm using my hotspot right now.
I wish I had something like that. That would work.
I just put my phone right beside my computer.
Carbon and Blutø, you guys AFK?
They're probably watching the video just to refresh.
Yeah, I watched all of them earlier just to refresh on them again.
Hey, Jack, can you invite Ryan?
Yeah, but
He was on.
Hey,
He
hey.
just never got an invite, I guess.
he wasn't when I was sending them out.
I got you.
I'm curious what the dance looks like right now.
I'm not seeing him on, buddy.
Let's see, who's he on? I'll tell him to swap. He's on his death knight. Oh, he's swapping now. He's in Discord, he said. Yeah, I'm not excited for the dance.
I'd much rather do Sludgefest.
Yeah.
But we can't do that. We can't do Sledgefest till we do council.
Can't. This is what we have to. I mean, I just want to do
Yeah.
the actual dance part.
Council's next in line. Now you gotta do them in order.
Yeah, no, like I know that. I'm kind of looking forward to doing the Sludgefest one. That one looks like fun.
That one seems easy, actually. You just gotta kill them before the pillars are dead.
Yeah, basically. It's just I like the high-end DPS thing. What are you doing? Don't do it. I will bubble that shit.
I'll go faint death somewhere. Be a fun game of tag, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because as soon as your Feign
I
Death
gotta be
comes
honest.
off, I'll pop myself.
And I'll turtle until I get faint death back. Let's do it. No, I'm just kidding. That went really a lot better than I thought it was gonna go. That is a messy boss. So many ads.
Well, we're saving lockout now. I mean, our gear is definitely good enough, so.
It's just like the ICC one, though. I mean, not just like. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was pretty messy back then, so.
I didn't play, but well, I guess I did. What fight's he talking about, Wolf?
The Dreamwalker.
Walker.
Is that
the Green Dragon?
Was I playing the free server? Was that?
Yeah,
was
I don't
ICC?
think you rated ICC that much, though. Not
No,
sure you
I
got
didn't.
that far.
No.
Yeah,
And I
I
just
was
started.
yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah. No, I was doing heroic Lich King 10, and we had him down quite a ways and did not quite finish it. It was sad.
I was in that fucking instance till 4 a.m. every night. Quick, like
Hey.
3 spins.
Just make sure everybody that's here sets up for a single target. There's 3 bosses, but it doesn't matter damage.
Yeah.
dimensions.
Yeah.
I may have to get a summons back then. I gotta change my talents back around.
Yeah, I was gonna pull a thing out of the kill thing.
Okay.
Which one is y'all looking at? Because the one I've seen was Frida,
Nicholas, and then
Haste.
Stavros.
Oh yeah, and then Travis. I don't know why I said haste. Oh, Nightmarê said haste to me. That's why.
I just know Frida's first.
Yeah, I've seen different. Like I said, most of the stuff I've seen was Frida, Nicholas, then or Frida, Stavros, then Nicholas.
Yeah, I think that was ready check pool.
I don't know. It seems like Stavros would be easier at the end because it's just avoiding his 3 as that he pops out or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. It don't matter to me.
Stop. Frida's or Nicholas or whatever his name is. Is he the one that does the charge?
Nicholas. No, Nicholas. I don't know.
Whichever one does the charge thing, that was the one that I saw they did last. I'll look.
90% sure that that's Stavros.
Stavros.
Yeah.
Wow. Entropy, if you were 20% sure, I'd go with whatever you said.
Yeah, I'm not saying any tomes in the guild bank.
Tomes? I don't think they work past 59, unless there's new ones.
There should be some new ones.
Does anyone need one?
Yeah, I need one.
One sec.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, mine are the old ones.
Hey, Jack, we're going to get the shortcut. Here
Yeah.
was... Okay.
And can I get a summons back?
Yeah, I'll get you in a second. No.
Okay.
Yeah, we also need to get Nightmarê summoned here as well.
Yeah, I kind of figured since you were summoning him, it was okay for me to hearth back and swap some stuff.
Well, you know what they say about people that assume.
It makes an ass of you and me.
Just you.
What was that movie that they did that? It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. And he just sat there, the guy goes, shame on you. He goes, yeah, you.
You. I remember.
No.
What was it?
Night at the Museum.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what it was. Thank you.
Base.
Those were underrated. I thought they were great movies.
Were really good. Even the third one. Like all the way up to the third one. I think they did a good job.
Ben Stiller. Hate him as much as I hate Nick Cage.
What?
You're just jealous you never made it purple.
Those are S-tier actors, man. What are you talking about?
Dude, those are F-tier actors, man.
Had the Owen brothers.
Yeah, even more reason not to watch him.
Wow, you've got shitty taste in music. Or, well, that too. But, movies. Dang.
I like all movies. I like tearjerkers, music.
Where'd everybody go?
We're summoning everybody down here.
We're gonna unlock the shortcut so we can get back quicker if we have to run. I think I just kind of followed a group of people, so I don't know where we're at.
Yeah, if we kill these group of ads, we can activate a shortcut. You're correct.
Yeah, it's a little mirror thing.
You'll have enough up there to do it, or should we come up?
I think
we got a tank.
We're coming up. Hold on.
We don't have any healers up here. Yeah, they're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
I was gonna say.
Good.
Titanium needs a heal or a summon.
Who?
Titanium.
Oh. Well, now.
Let's see who wins.
Haha, he came into my side.
Anybody else need a summons? I know where Entropy's at. Let's summon him here.
Everybody's here.
Do it. Click it. Click it. All right. Let's clear some trash.
I want my BOE.
Get out of that room, please.
Well, now you tell us.
Sorry. I thought you saw Lord Evershape pimp walking around.
I ain't scared of no Evershape.
I am. Fuck that guy. He looks mean.
First.
He's a bitch.
You're right. I better go touch it.
Doesn't like being touched.
This looks painful.
Extremely.
How do we
Don't
stop
stand
this?
in the red pool.
We can kill him.
He wouldn't let me stand still.
Sucks.
We're supposed to keep going upstairs, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just unlocking that.
Oh.
Don't go through. I think.
Yeah, it's back this way and down the stairs. It's the tower staircase thing we just came out of. We keep going down.
Just a heads up so everybody knows, Carbon's got the explanation on this.
Carbon is responsible?
Yep, he is responsible, so if we sit here all night, it's his fault.
Sounds about right. It's gonna take me that long to explain. It's gonna take...
We're gonna dance together. It's gonna be fun.
Everybody's gonna dance.
Can we dance if we want to?
I gotta admit, we're supposed to pull these hats, right?
Yes. I think so. Assume so.
Never actually solved this part. Alright, give me a second. Let's grab everything except the stone Major D. Stay here.
Thank you both for attending. The ball would not be as grand without you.
Think nothing of it, darling. As long as the wine flows,
Watch those bombs.
Touch the bombs, you got it.
perhaps I will let you skewer through the weight stop.
I was gonna say, why'd you have to remind Purple that they were there?
Yeah, so I can lag and run into him.
Oh, that hierarch wanders. I think I can grab this group. Keep creeping back, guys. Keep
Waiting for
creeping
your
back.
shield to pull the horn.
Back up. Back in the doorway. Everybody back in the doorway.
Look, there's shiny loot.
Alright, for the record, these little tiny waiters, these really obnoxious guys that nobody's really caring about, they spawn during the boss fight. So when I explain the little tiny dredge waiters, that's what you need to be looking for. Alright, stay there. Don't want these double pads.
Oh, see? I told you. Shiny loot.
Oh my god, seriously?
Dude, I want to put those on.
What the fuck?
Here. Yeah, I'll
Fucking
res you from here.
assassinated.
Gonna pull this Mater D.
What killed you?
50,000 damage from an assassin court.
I
don't even see an assassin.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
I guess we're
Oh, this is bad.
He comes last.
Oh my god.
Stand and fight.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, we are so dead.
Nope. We got this. Get the Mater D down at least.
Somebody get a BR out. Get a BR out for the recovery.
Razor down.
Don't release.
My fault.
Dude, them dudes have 200% increased damage.
400.
Don't release.
Oh no, there's 2 on those guys, you're right. Thank you, Sipper.
Is it Sipper or Cyper?
Sipper. Cyper?
There's no. The Sipper would be 2 Ps.
Yeah, I've always said Sipe.
Alright,
Settle
her.
it for
Which one is it?
Foresight. It's like Pyrrha.
I'm pulling the small group.
It's
before he
Pyrrha.
gets to him.
I know he hates it.
Pyrrha.
Incoming small group. Without a buff. Alright, so this Court Hierarch, he casts something called Sin Bolt Volley. Pay attention to it. It's going to be in the boss fight. It's something that's going to have an interrupt order against it.
What was the dark mark? Because that's what killed me.
I don't know.
Hit for 18,000.
I am not pulling the maitre d'. Everybody stay in the fucking room. Pyrrha. In the room.
Come here, Pyrrha.
What the fuck?
Rip.
Help.
God damn it, I got fucking assassinated again.
Nice.
Maybe we all just need to go in and let him pat past and just kill it.
Do you want me to cocoon you through?
Fuck it. We're gonna
Dinner
do
belt
it.
interruptible? I'm
Everybody
just
in.
one.
No, I'm getting killed by something that's not in the field. Do not pull the maitre d'. We're gonna go around the maitre d', so everybody in. He's gonna pat the other way. So everybody to the right. Everyone to the right.
What a jerk.
Everyone to the right. Get in the dance floor. Be on the little orange area. Incoming group. There's the fucking assassin. I see him now. Yeah, you asshole. Kill me twice. Rip that Hawkeye in if you can. Thank you. Alright, Maitre D. Nûggz dies after the assassin. Alright, fucking I'm pulling the Maitre D.
Why would you have an assassin at a dinner party? It's fucked up.
Welcome to the Ventir.
They're vampires.
Some people are into that kind of thing.
Thrones.
It's not a good dinner party unless you get stabbed from behind.
Everybody back. Everybody, I believe they spawn on that side, so everybody back.
Watch them spawn over here.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright. So I'm going to do a ready check to see if everyone's here, because this one takes a decent amount of explaining, and we're going to first check who watched the video. Alright. Anybody that did not watch the video, please go ahead and put it in the chat window. I'll explain this fight slightly differently if that's the case. While people are typing in the chat window and volunteering the fact that they didn't do the homework, which is fine, this is a council fight. Almost everybody who's played WoW long enough knows what council fights are. They mean that there are multiple bosses and things happen once one or two of them die. Here's how this one works. It's 3 bosses. It's called the Council of Blood. There are multiple different kill orders. For anybody that's already researched some of this, the kill order that I'm going to suggest is Stavros, then Frida, then Niklaus. So again, that's Stavros, then Frida, then Niklaus. The way that this fight works is that it's a single target fight, even though there's 3 of them. There is no point in AoEing unless it boosts your damage against the primary target. The reason for it is once one of the bosses die, the other 2 full heal. That means that this fight is basically a 3-phase fight, 1 phase for each of the ads being alive. In phase 1, we will have all 3, and each of the bosses has 1, roughly 2 mechanics that we're going to have to deal with. I'll list those out in a second. Once the first one dies, we're going to go into phase 2, and both of the remaining ads will get an additional ability, leaving us with phase 3 with the most complicated for 1 boss. Now, before I explain the mechanics, there's a second piece to this fight that makes it complicated, and frankly what most people hate about this fight. The name of it is called the Dance Macabre, and what it is it's an intermission phase. Whenever any of the 3 bosses get to 50% health, there is a very movement-heavy phase where you cannot damage the bosses. In short, it's a dance. Now, if anybody looks around on the floor right now, and for example, if you look at Titanium sitting over here jumping like a dwarf with a fucking Christmas hat on, this is a square. Think of it like a chessboard. The intermission phase is what I'm going to go ahead and explain right now. The intermission phase will put a beacon of spotlight, basically a big yellow dot, on one of these squares, different for every person. That is your place in the dance. We will then basically square dance and have to move from one square to the next, to the next, to the next. If you do it correctly, you will get a haste buff that will basically give you a stacking buff that is very, very sexy. If you do it incorrectly, you're going to take damage, and you get a dot. And if you keep fucking it up, you will kill yourself. So, benefit for doing it good, detriment for doing it bad. Now, before I keep explaining any more from this point on, does anybody have any questions so far?
Does the yellow marker move when it's time for you to move?
No. Good question. So the yellow marker will indicate where you start, and there are 2 indications on where you go next. One of the indications is we will not be the only ones on the dance floor. There will be ads with us. You cannot damage them. They are simply indicators of where you're going to move. They're pretty good at telegraphing where they're going, so you can watch them. The second mechanic that you're going to see that will indicate where you're going to go is the dance floor, whichever square you're going to move to. It's not a yellow beacon of light anymore. Instead, it's like a little red pool. That's where you want to move. You will get your buff if you move it there. So, any other questions? And also, feel free, anybody, while I'm talking, to put questions in the raid chat window. I am watching that. Okay. So to keep us going then, that's the intermission phase. That happens 3 times. It happens whenever any given boss gets 50% health. So again, 3 bosses, 3 intermission phases. Back to the top of the fight then. So we're going to start by doing damage to Lord Stavros. Now if you look up here at the 3 bosses in the background, I've marked Stavros with a skull. That's going to stay on him until he dies. He's priority kill order. Here's the way the whole fight kind of plays out. 2 of the bosses are melee. 1 of the bosses is a caster. The 2 melee bosses have different tank swap and cleave abilities that matter. The caster does not have a tank swap mechanic. Either of the 2 tanks will have her depending on what's happening. She does, however, cast that ability that I said watch out for from the ad called Dread Bolt Volley. In a couple minutes here, I'm going to assign a interrupt order. That is extremely critical. We do not want any deadbolt volleys to get off. If they do raid-wide damage, and it's nasty. That mechanic from her will stay until she dies, aka phase 1 and phase 2. She'll be doing that. So when you get an interrupt phase, be aware of that. You're going to be doing it for phase 1 and phase 2. That's most of her mechanics for phase 1 when she's alive, as are the other 2. The next one is that there's going to be an ad. This comes from Lord Stavros. The ad will run up to whichever boss has the lowest health and make them immune to damage. If anybody remembers the way Lady Enerva kind of blocked one of her 4 little blood pool things, it's kind of a similar mechanic. We can kill that ad. And that ad is top priority above anything else. If he shows up, he's going to heal the boss, kill the damn ad. It's only one at a time. Now the next piece in there is basically I'm going to explain the tank swaps. The tank swaps are swapped on every 2 debuffs on the tanks, and the tanks can handle that. However, Lord Stavros also has a cleave. This is important. What he does mechanically is he'll teleport behind the tank and then dash through them like a demon hunter with Fell Rush. That will give you a dot and a debuff if you get hit by it. The way we're going to do it is we're going to pull that boss out of the group just a couple feet and then have him hit the tank and nothing but the tank. What that means is DPS, since you're only single targeting anyways, don't follow him. Alright, any questions so far? Alright, to keep us going then. The last thing that's going to matter in Phase 1, and this part sucks, and it is the reason we are killing Stavros first. Stavros has a mechanic called the Dark Recital. What it's going to do is it's going to do 2 things to pairs of players. It's going to take 2 different players and it's going to put a red beam in between you. You are now dance partners. What you need to do is get to your teammate. However, when you get to your teammate, you're going to drop exploding pools of red lava blood crap behind you. They don't last long, but they do explode. So what this means is you're going to find your partner, stay away from the raid, and move around in such a way until your dance is done. It doesn't matter where you go, you're just wandering around randomly, keeping it away from everybody else except your partner. Now that mechanic is a weird one. If you've watched the videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, do you guys have any questions on that?
Can we have like a moon up so that way both players know where to meet and start dancing on the outside of the room?
Yes and no. One of the best ways to do it is we'll take them in such a way that we'll have open areas, and it'll basically be get to whichever open area is closest to you. DBM's going to be pretty good about marking players' heads and making you shout out what your color is, so that'll help you find your connected player. The red beam between you is also a good indicator, but what we can do to that point then is we'll have designated areas that are just get to whichever area you're closest to. Keep in mind that you might have 2 different groups be next to each other. Any other questions, comments on that one?
How many people does it mark?
In this raid comp, I believe it's going to do 3 pairs. So 1 pair of 2, 1 pair of 2, 1 pair of 2, a total of 6. I believe. Anybody
When do
knows?
we lust?
Most likely with the way we're going to do this one, we're going to have to lust in Phase 3. I'm basing that on our DPS and probably how many heals we're going to need in that phase. We are not lusting at the opening. The way I'm expecting this one to go is either Phase 2 or Phase 3 is going to be a bitch for us. So, I'm going to recap Phase 1 real quick, and then we're going to go into 2 and 3, and those 2 phases are pretty simple because they're just pieces of the first one. So again, we're going to have an interrupt order on Frida. There's going to be an ad that needs to die top priority. There's going to be multiple tank swap mechanics and cleaves. The only thing that really most people are going to have to worry about then is the Dark Recital, which is the dance partners thing. The rest of it's relatively straightforward. Be aware that at 50% we're going to have an intermission, and that's going to require a lot of movement. Save your movement abilities, whatever the hell they are, for 50% on the boss. Now, going into Phase 2. Once that first boss dies, both the other bosses are going to full heal. When that happens, they're both going to get an empowerment. Frida is the caster. She's going to gain an ability that's going to require everybody in the raid basically to spread out 6 yards. She has a cast that's a channel that does damage and AoE to 6 yards. So in Phase 2, we're going to want to be spread out. This is okay because in Phase 1 we're going to be grouped up mostly, so that when our dance partners pop up, they can have plenty of room to wander around. Once that guy's dead and that mechanic is gone, we can spread out comfortably. Does that make sense? Alright. The other mechanic that pops up in Phase 2 is Niklaus's second ability. he summons those small little dredger ads. They basically spawn all over the damn board, and we're gonna have to group them up and cleave them down. Nothing super fancy about them. Healers, you're gonna have to care about them because they randomly target. They do not target tanks only. They throw food. Think of some of the ads and some of the mythic pluses. They just randomly hit people. That's a healer check more than anything else. Those are the only two new mechanics really in Phase 2. Keep in mind that we're also going to have a Phase 2 intermission phase of dancing. Keeping us moving and speeding up a little bit. Phase 3 then is Friedra will now be dead, and we will have only Niklaus. Niklaus only has one new ability. He's still going to do his tank cleave, jump through, bullshit, tank taunt swap thing. He's still going to summon small little ads that need to be cleaved. He's also going to summon one big motherfucker Stone Guardian ad. That thing is top priority to kill. It's got a cleave in front of it, and it's going to hit the tank like a truck. So once that thing pops up, it is a hard switch to that ad and kill it. He summons him pretty often, so it's going to be a pretty common mechanic to switch to the ad, back to the boss, switch to the ad, back to the boss. But that's it. That's the whole fight. Now, before I do a short version of the recap, and for anybody else who's got any remaining questions, any open questions, because that's a lot.
It's a lot of information, but I think that the best way is just to learn it in process here.
Yep. Alright, so the three things I want you guys watching out for is no cleave damage, target the primary boss, watch out for the Dark Recital. Phase 1 is group up, Phase 2 is spread out, Phase 3 is kill the ad. Throwing a lot at you guys, but that way anybody who knows pieces of it knows what they are. Alright, Ben, Entropii, officers, Jack, those guys, you people. Anything I'm missing you guys want to add?
Not here, bud.
Yeah.
See what it looks like.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sorry for the long explanation, but this is one of the more complicated ones. I want to make sure you guys had all the pieces.
Did we explain the kick order?
No, thank you. That's the one piece I missed. So I'm going to put this in the chat window too. But if we're looking down the stack on it, here's what the kick order that I'm going to suggest, and somebody else can tweak it if they need to. First kick is Pyrrha.
Yay!
Second kick is Wolf. You two paladins are at the top of it. Third kick is going to be Entropii. And fourth kick is going to be Darth. I'm going to make it you. So again, that's Pyrrha, Wolf, Entropii, Darth. Fifth kick is Crystal. So Crystal, since your survival, you should have a shortened interrupt, so you are fifth. Feel free, you guys get permission basically to call it out if you've got a kick or don't have a kick or something like that. Those 5 kicks, you should probably only be cycling through about 3 of them before she comes back. So 4th and 5th, Darth and Crystal, you may never have to kick. In the event that you need to, though, pay attention. Any ranged, and I'm including myself in this category, you've got free reign. If you see something up, fucking kick it. It's more important than anything else. She has a normal cast and a volley cast. You only care about the volley. That's it. You can interrupt something else if you feel like it, but you care about the volley. So, one last time, and I'm going to put it in the chat window. Pyrrha, Wolf, Entropii. Yeah, Pyrrha, Wolf, Entropii.
Darth Crystal.
Warlocks, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. We should have enough interrupts that you shouldn't need to if it's a DPS loss, but your call.
Hey, Pyrrha, whenever your interrupt comes back up and you use it, let me know, and I'll know that I'm next in line.
Yeah, I'm just turning on that weak aura that we use for dungeons to work in this area. But yeah.
Just call it out when you get the interrupt. We know our voices, and that way we'll know who's first, second, or third up.
Last mechanic that I got that I'm just going to explain for the shits and grins of it. We're going to do as many pulls on this one as we can, as fast as we can. So I'm not going to do explanations in between these. It's going to be a race to get back in after doing that long explanation.
Make sure not to release if we wipe until a healer says to do it.
Yep. Blutø, since I glazed over some of the tank pieces, you got any questions on the tanking piece?
Nope, just need to know who you're starting with.
How about I start with Stavros, you start with the other two.
Okay.
And we're gonna swamp on 2.
Are you gonna tank Stavros looking at a wall for the leap?
Yes. So there's actually one mechanic I didn't explain, I took it for granted. Never leave the orange floor. This chessboard space, never leave it. Do not go up the stairs. Don't do it. So, Blutø, start where that square is, and I'm gonna basically start on the triangle side.
Okay, and we're only swapping between Nick and Stavros, correct?
Correct. Whoever has Frida, just keep Frida.
Oh.
All right. That's it.
I'm sorry, Jupil. So is our preference, especially for the kicking, if at all possible, have the caster with Skull, so that way we're not having to move back and forth to interrupt.
Correct. We'll keep them within melee range of each other, but yes, we need to stay close so that you guys can do that swap. My advice to any healers, especially the guys in the rotation, would be set your focus to Frida and do that now. Depends on my fit down. Ready check, but I just like hitting the button. Alright. So here's what's going to happen. Blutø, you take the Klaus, put him on the square. I'm going to hit the other two. I got more range than you do. That's first fault. That's his cleave. That's my fault. He did it the wrong way. Dark Recital, find your partner. Tank swap.
I got next interrupt.
Whew. I swear that was gonna clip you.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Nah, I gotta aim it better.
Adds up, kill the ad.
Should swap after this next one.
Agreed.
Swapping?
Swap now. Dark Recital, find your partner. If you are not in the Dark Recital, move in. Alright. So I'm going to explain what killed us here in just a second. Go ahead and wipe up, do not release. Alright, who's got the BR?
Yeah, my reincarnate is up if needed.
Reincarnate right now. Nobody else has one.
Oh, there's a shortcut for this boss specifically that he's turning on right now. He's just turned it on right now.
Okay. We can use that the next round, so we won't need it. Alright, so here's what killed us in that one. And I didn't explain it earlier because I figured the easiest way was to see it. There is a stacking dot. The longer that fight goes on, the harder it gets. There's nothing to do about it except phasing into the intermission. Killing a boss or phasing the intermission removes the dot completely. So that is literally our DPS check. This will be the biggest DPS and healer check in the raid. So, other than that mechanic, and getting a couple of the cleaves wrong off the bat, our bad. Any questions, any comments?
One comment. Can all the range move in just a little bit closer? I was with Bubba and, like, dude, you were way the hell back there.
It doesn't matter. I was running you. It looked like you stopped moving and the pool killed you.
Yeah, I did get hit by it twice, so...
Right, you got to keep moving.
Yeah, when you find your partner, you guys have to keep moving. However, healers, range, everybody like that, kind of come in. Yeah, if anybody's got the weak aura, feel free to set that up. But Darth, it'll probably take you a little bit to get that set up. We can do that later. The triangle that I just put up, let's use that as a rough kind of grouping. That way to, Kelly, I think it was your point, it was you or Skorned's point earlier. If we can have areas for the anybody who doesn't have the Dark Recital, or rather has the Dark Recital to run to, run anywhere except the triangle. Triangle is a safe space for non-Dark Recital. I am interested in getting more pulls than this, like I said earlier, so ready check unless somebody has something glaring. We're going to go again. Okay, going without Fourim. Fourim, you there? You right there.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was typing.
3, 2, 1. You were not on the guest list.
Melee, go ahead and move around the boss, because he's going to do something weird. Like that. You want to be at maximum range if you can for that. Kill the Ed.
The kill target.
Stavros.
Dark Recital. Get to your partner.
Switch after this.
Go ahead and switch now.
Can't get.
CD1 used.
I can get next interrupt.
I can get next.
$55%.
Up.
Swap after next one.
Kill the ad before you push him.
Get that ad, guys. Get that ad. Can't push until the ad's dead.
Swap.
Swap. Alright, everybody find your little glowing circle and get to that. This is what this phase looks like. Movement speeds are necessary. Watch the ads, watch your little pools. That's the way you're going. Okay, there are no pools. Apparently that's fucking not in this one. Just watch the damn ads.
Saper, you gotta move with the ads.
Somebody's in the wrong square. Alright, everybody back. Reset.
Come up.
You just move. There's no buttons.
Oh.
It's like a big coordinate.
Buttons were only in the beta. Ah, fuck, that's my fault.
Is that one?
That's one.
Okay.
That's two. Swap now. On you. We do swap. Killed them all out. Kill the ad.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Dark Recital, find your partner.
Oh, I think we gotta switch.
Just got me there. Yeah, I think we needed to switch too, but I'm not sure if that's what killed me.
We got a brazier down, soulstone.
Yeah, should
So-
have soulstone.
Not release.
For
Please, guys.
for the melee DPS that are attacking Stavros, be on the sides of him. Don't be in the back of him, because he'll blink right into you.
Alright, I'm gonna drop a Jeeves over here behind us, out of the way. Anybody who needs to repair, please go ahead and do so. Jeeves is over there marked with an X, or a square, rather. Everybody heal up, get your food buffs, doing a ready check.
Who added this weird triangle thing? What is that?
I had the triangle thing last poll. It's designed for any of the It's the safe space for the ranged. That's what it is.
Got it. Okay.
There was no yellow spot for me to stand on.
You didn't see the giant spotlight?
There, not for me.
There should have been, so I don't know what to say about that.
It takes a moment to spawn. I
Right
noticed.
behind you.
Do you have projected textures on? That might be the problem.
Let me look.
Potato computer?
No.
Confirmed.
Well, let's get to that phase again and see if you can see it this time. If not, then we might have to figure out something to fix for you. Skorned, it looks like you're away. Are you there?
Just eating food.
Okay.
I'm good now.
That's everybody, so here comes 10 seconds.
5, 4, 3.
If this doesn't work, I've got one more change we're going to do.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, he did not want to get off you. Sorry. I taunted him and everything.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm going to turn him this way. Be on the sides, I'm good.
Adds up.
Adds up.
Give him a lad.
2 of our interrupts are down.
Dark Recital.
Swap. That's my fault.
Adds up, kill the ad. Tank swap.
CD1 used.
Swap after next lunge. Oh, we're phasing.
Alright, that's Dan's phase. Ben, pay particular attention, see if you can see your
Got it
yellow.
this time.
Okay. Everybody get to your spots. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, I'm so far away.
Get on the sides of Stavros.
3, 2, 1.
One more. No, we swap.
Adds up.
Get that ad.
Swap tank.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Don't be next to me. Or don't stand next to me. Get on her side. Pyrrha. Oh, you're dead. Never mind.
Very dead.
Okay, sorry. Unswap.
Yep.
Yeah, healer cooldown too.
Volley.
Use a cookie if you got it. You're gonna need to kill that ad. Get the Dark Recital out. You'd probably just kill the tank. Alright. I'm not going to take that res. Go ahead and wipe. Do not release. Again, reminder, do not release.
Man, we were doing so good too.
Good third pull.
Res is incoming. Once I get out of combat. Alright. Res incoming on purple. Or Skorned's up and run. Alright, so one really minor thing that we're going to change. I'm not going to change the other thing that I was thinking. Blutø, so that you and I are consistent, because I think we're doing something just slightly different to the melee DPS. I put up a moon and a skull. Let's put Stavros on the skull and us on the moon. And always do that.
Okay.
That way we've got marked spots for it. That way, DPS, you should always be able to be on the sides like that. Alright, healed up, rebuff, all that kind of stuff. My goal is for everybody to have massive repair bills.
You're doing good.
Alright, everybody's ready, here we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I must get closer.
Alright, that's the little placement that we're going to do. The ad's up, kill the ad. Darker side will get out. That's 2.
Well.
I need an interrupt.
Little adds up.
CD1.
Yeah.
Kill the ad.
Swap.
Darker side, I'll get it out. Alright, intermission. Find your spot.
Your steps were simply delicious.
4, 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, 1.
Get that interrupt.
Is that
Ad's
2?
up, kill the ad. Wait until you're at 2.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, fuck it, let's switch. Right after this hit, Dark Recital, get it out. I need an interrupt.
Yeah, CG2.
Done.
Rallies out.
Alright, next target is Frida. Everybody on Frida.
I have next interrupt.
Yeah. Let's get everybody topped off.
going to
Adds
separate
up.
these adds up, kill the ad. Alright, everybody spread out 6 yards. Spread out 6 yards. 6 yards is not very much, so you don't need to go very far, but spread out 6 yards. We have
Switch with me.
small ads. Everybody on the small ad. They're all over the place. Grip them. Throw them in. Peace circle them if you got them. Anything you can to get these guys in, do it. That's the 6 yard spread. Spread out 6 yard. You gotta stay alive for 8 seconds.
I'm next interrupt.
Yeah, CD3.
Already out.
Taunt him now.
Yeah, swap with you. Do you need me to take him somewhere else?
Nope, your placement's fine.
Adds up.
Little ads, everybody on the little ads. Get them down, grip them if you can, peace circle, anything you can,
Yeah.
get them in the middle.
Symbol up.
CD4 out.
Blutø, feel free to run around like an idiot, get them. She'll stay on you.
I'm worried about your
I
stacks.
need a taunt. Yeah, I need a taunt.
I was gonna say I need.
You're good. I cleared mine.
Jack, go ahead. Use your CD. Push them, guys.
Alright,
I
this
got
is gonna
two.
be a wipe. Do not release.
Still
Get a
strong.
VR or Brazier, get something out. Do not release.
Soulstone's up.
Thank you. Alright. That counts as progress, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, reminder, do not release. That Soulstone is out.
Yeah, we ended up with 10 sacks of the oppression that was pretty much unhealable.
Are we taking a break?
Dispellable.
We're gonna do another pull before break. It is not dispellable. Alright, so this is our last pull before break then. Can we get a feast out? Does somebody have an extra spare feast? I don't have any on me. I would
Yeah,
ask that one.
I can
Do
drop
cookies.
one. Oh, never mind, Jack's got it.
Alright, thank you, Jack. Jack, put a feast out, guys. Does anybody need to repair? Keep in mind, we're gonna have a break after this, so if you're not broken, you're probably okay. Any last questions, any last comments, anything not making sense to anybody? I want to take that as everybody is an expert, and we're ready for heroic. So after the 10-minute break, we're going to come back in here and kill streak wing on heroic.
We can do it. I believe.
We'll be fine. Don't worry.
I mean,
I think
that,
we could do it.
that wasn't the plan.
Alright, Skorned, you're probably stuffing your face again. Are you ready there, gal?
It was an eclair.
It's a good
Save
question.
left for phase 3, because it's going to whoop our ass. Seriously, phase 3 is going to fucking hurt. I'm saving it on purpose. I want to see how far we can get without it.
1.
Little lad's up. Kill the little lad. Dark recital. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. Ow! Please don't be standing on the tank when that happens.
I'm gonna swap.
Yeah, swap now.
We need Skorned up.
She's got a soul stone.
Alright, whoever's
Yeah.
the next interrupt, please go ahead and switch to free.
That's my bad.
CD is.
Go ahead.
I need that interrupt.
Adds up.
Adds up. Kill the little lad, guys. Anybody on the little lad? Let's go ahead and swap.
Let him do the charge. There you go,
This.
swapping.
Swap now. Alright, there's 50%. That was much faster DPS. Good job there, guys. Everybody get to your spot. Whichever one of you druids just did that, I love you.
Shimmy right. Sashay left.
In the future, we should get a bot to play Dance Dance Revolution while we do this.
Sashay left. Your steps were simply delicious. Everyone find your
Dark Recital coming out now. Get ready. Need an interrupt. Good job.
When he's scorned up.
Swapping.
Need to be res on Scorn, please.
3 minutes.
Little lad.
Dark Recital. You and I probably need to switch.
Yeah, after this lunge.
Yeah, CD2.
We need to be switching earlier. Because the stacks on me are getting too heavy. The other stack does more damage.
We're on Frida, right?
Everybody on Frida, on the caster. Everybody kill the caster. This bitch needs to die. We're gonna get small ads. Small ads matter. Here's what we're gonna do. Ranged. Switch to the ads. Everybody switch to this ad. Everybody switch to this ad. When we get the little ads, ranged, you're on the little ads.
Swap with me,
Take
please.
swap. Ranged, you are on the little ads. Melee, you are going to stay on Frida. Mayday, stay on Frida. Spread out 6 yards. Spread out 6 yards.
Symbol out.
I need a swap. I need a tank swap. Alright, I'm gonna say that minor change one last time. When we get... Okay, ad is up. Everybody on the skull. Kill the skull.
Need a swap.
Swap.
Mantied out.
Little lads are out. Range, priority target the little lads. Melee, stay on Frida. I need a swap.
Got it.
Yeah, CD out.
Ooh. Man, that was perfect. Alright, DPS, back on Frida once you can.
I'm at 2.
Fuck. Okay, I got him.
RLCDs.
See if we can push that. I know we got most of the raid down. It's probably a wipe, but push it anyways. Alright. Do we have a BR? I know we're taking a break. Do we have a Soulstone or anything out? I think we blew them all.
That's alright, the shortcut is right to this room, so.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a break from talking there, guys, because I believe we're taking a break. So, Jack, I'm turning the microphone over to you.
Repair right here before you go back.
Well, in the absence of Jack pushing buttons for us, guys, let's go ahead and take, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, a 10-minute break?
Yep.
We're taking a 5.
Just do /break 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have a question for you guys. Why aren't we not taking them in the middle? Since, like, I had to run all the way across the room. Used all my movement to get there in time. It took me a long-ass time to get back.
Are you talking about for the 50% intermission?
Yeah. Why aren't we, like, taking them in the middle? Is there a reason, or...?
There's not a major reason for it. The biggest one is to give a little bit more ability for the healers to have people grouped up, if I'm being honest, because people tend to spread out if you give them room. That's a minor thing, though. Ideally, we've got Warlock portals up, that make your life a lot easier getting out there. But we can pull them back and split the difference between them. So let me do some new markers.
Well, I mean, I've made it every time. It's just that last time I didn't. There were no Warlock gates up, and like it was a long run back. It took me like, I don't know, 7 to 10 seconds to run back, and I wasn't doing any damage or nothing. So
Yeah, no, we'll move it to something close to this. And if anybody has any other suggestions, I'm happy to take them.
We may need to switch to kill order, honestly.
We might. The what kill order would you suggest instead, Jack?
Frida first.
We having issues with the
dot. Yes.
That's what's killing us. We don't have the heals or the DPS to drop them before.
Yeah, well, it's just the overwhelming stacks. We're getting super high.
So keep in mind the stacks are not caused by Frida. They are caused by all of the bosses. The only mechanic...
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but we just need more time on target for the second, because that's really the break point.
Okay. So what we can do with that one instead, our biggest loss of damage on target is because of the little adds in phase 2 right now. So the cause of the little adds is Nûggz. So do we want to move Nûggz to number 1 so that we're not having little adds in phase 2?
that's not a bad idea.
Okay.
Well, having moved the bosses to where you did, that's going to put everybody more central to the ads as they come in. So it may not be as big of an issue to cleave them and drop them if we stay stacked in a, moon-shaped circle. You know what I'm saying? All the range and DPS will be right in up on the boss like this, around. That way you guys have room on the backfield not to get hit by the charge or run it through anybody. Then the blood things we can run this way, a little further out. The ads all seem to be spawning in a circle, this circle.
They are. I think that's because we're there. But I agree with you that with the placement that we've got now, it might make them easier.
So I say give it another shot before we make any big change like that. Maybe more. Again, it's progression.
And the soul link, or not the soul link, but whatever the hell it's called, when people get linked, the ticking damage that you take the entire time is reduced the closer you are to your partner, correct?
Correct. It's proximity of the partners.
But it's better not to run it through people than it is even, because you have defensives people can use and should be using during that.
Yeah, in all honesty, Storm died twice to that because people ran it right across her.
The other side of that is people need to move out of people's way.
I think if you get pulled too far apart, it pulls you back closer together to the maximum of the soul link. Because
I don't think it does a pull. It just does damage. Did you
I'm
feel
pretty
like
sure,
it?
yeah, because when I was coming back from the dance, I was way Skorned, and it pulled us together and pulled us back in through the pools, and that's how she died.
Did you get pulled in, or did you hit?
It
That's interesting.
pulled me
because I
in,
didn't
like
really
it was
think
like
about that.
a.
You sure you didn't step off the dance floor?
I did notice something similar.
I was like right here when it happened.
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't catch it quick enough. But like the first pull we did on this, me and Jack got linked, and we were on opposite sides of the room, and pretty sure that's what happened.
Interesting. Okay, good to know. That's probably all the more reason to have people stacked when they're not in Dark Recital.
Little clumps.
The other reason, so we've got 5 more minutes. I do want to keep chatting through some of these pieces on options on kill order, so that we can get them discussed and have a backup plan right now. I agree with you, Ben, that we should continue this pull order for now. Stavros is the one doing the Dark Recital. We're losing more people to Dark Recital than to anything else. If we don't kill him first, that stays, and his phase 2 mechanic, I guarantee you will kill people. His phase 2 mechanic is he summons dancers onto the field, and we have to hard move the boss and the entire raid away from those dancers. If you get hit by them, you take something like 15,000 damage and a stun.
We have a lot of ranged. Are they going to be the? It didn't seem like they were that hard to dodge. Of course, that's coming from me. Just from watching the videos, it didn't seem like they were having too much trouble with that.
The only other thing I can think of is adding another healer or two.
It's getting a little wonky on the raid comp, though, if we do that, ain't it? I mean, we have 5 healers.
This fight is nuts. I'm telling you.
As much as I hear you, I would actually do the opposite.
Yeah,
I
add
feel like the
DPS.
reason we're having issues with damage is because we're not phasing these guys fast.
I mean, I
We're
can go
losing
back Shadow if
DPS.
you wanted.
Yeah. Maybe Jack, for this, maybe move back to DPS. See if you switching will push the phase faster.
Do you want to replace him with somebody else, or do you just want to lose a healer to it and go for heal?
It's a healer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I would agree with that. Because the biggest one with this one is from the successful guides that I've read on this one when they changed their kill strats to normal, which is reserved for grain of salt. You shouldn't be getting basically above 5 stacks, and we're floating at 9, 10, and that's when we're losing people. So this is definitely the first wall in the raid, other than Lady Enerva, in my opinion. This one's got a couple of DPS checks that are just hard checks to DPS, soft and rages in the boss. To chat through a couple things in the 2 minutes that we got left here, since we can use this time to chat, we do have multiple options on other kill orders. Here's the things that I'm worried about. If we kill Nûggz last, regardless of who gets killed second, I have the feeling that his phase 3 will be best for the way we play. The alternative phase 3s are actually potentially having Frida be last. Frida's phase 3 mechanic is a tank mechanic. It hurts like hell, but technically it only matters for the tanks. I've got a decent amount of confidence in Blutø and I think we could probably handle that. So that's that mechanic. The mechanic for Stavros, if he's last, frankly terrifies me. Anybody who watched the video from Wowhead, not read their strategy since they changed it, but the video that they use from Fat Boss, because it's still the old one, would have seen what phase 3 of Stavros looks like. It's not great. He literally covers the entire field in ads. All of the ads have an AoE pool around them. One of the pairs of ads is targetable. You have to burn it before a bomb goes off, and then you have to stand in the spot that they were occupying. It's a hard DPS check. So that's part of the reason that I'm suggesting Stavros die in the first or second.
Yeah, I think from a healer standpoint, I mean, wasn't so much, it was just purely the time on boss, and getting the phases pushed.
2, 1.
Alright, this is a ready check to see who's here. Once we make sure that we've got everyone back, we'll do one last discussion on exactly how we're going to do this next poll. I'm in agreement with Ben's strategy of we do exactly the same thing for at least one more, and see if we need to reevaluate from there.
Does anybody have another tome on them?
Another what?
I do.
Tome.
Alright. So, we got everybody back at this point other than Spiked. Spiked, are you there?
He said his stomach was
He
upset.
said, yeah.
Oh, that sucks, man. Alright. We want to give him another minute or two here. Wait on Spike for a minute.
Yeah. Let's get Holiday up in here.
Oh, just one quick thing, real quick. DJ just said that all the top DPS on logs are multi-hitting things. This is a single target, so just focus on one boss.
The best we can. Understandably, those specs, from what I'm seeing, it's part of the rotation. I swapped to marksman just because of that. My single target's more pure that way, but it might need to be something to look at. Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying it's anything we can necessarily avoid. We just need to make sure that people are in their single target spec. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I was running Affliction, but my damage is low. I'm gonna go back to Destro and see.
Yeah, single target priority damage is your goal here. If you need to multi-dot or do stuff like that to boost your damage on a single target, feel free.
Sure.
But if you get the choice between a single target spender and a multi-target spender, you need to be doing single target spender every single time. This is not a game of buff your numbers. This is a game of face the damn boss. Alright, so at this point in time, unless somebody tells me otherwise, we're giving it a couple minutes waiting on Spiked. Oh,
I'm back.
I see you. Hey, Spiked. Alright, I'm going to do one last ready check. The current plan for everybody who's sitting here, we're going to do the exact same pull strategy. We have moved the markers. You see where they are right now. The strategy is identical. We're just moving them back. If we can get lock gates, yep, that placement works pretty well. Thank you for that. We're going to do the exact same strategy at least once, depending on how it goes. We might adjust the kill order. So, for now, same thing unless we tell you otherwise. This is the last ready check. This is the ready check for the go. Blutø, let's go ahead and step up. Raid, stay back. We're going to pull them to you. Here we go. Good luck.
3, 2, 1.
How dare you invade my party in such dreadful attire? Beware.
Small adds up, get the small ad. Recital, get it out.
Volley, interrupt. Swapping.
Next interrupt.
In terms of interrupts, if you have an interrupt and that goes off, you failed. It is important that that gets interrupted. It is more important than the order of interrupts.
Remember range, feel free if you see it going off, just interrupt it.
CD1 used.
Alright, get to your phases, get to your places.
Or please.
Alright, get ready for the bosses. Small ad up, everybody in the small ad.
Need to swap spots. Don't get stuck by this.
I did.
Let me take 3. I'll shield wall.
Okay.
That's 2.
We actually might be okay after this. Let's go ahead and switch now.
Zipper CD at 6 secs.
Add.
Small lad, kill the small lad. Dark Side will take it out. I know he's dead. You just ran that through tank.
The interrupts are super sloppy. We're not down to anything but those interrupts.
So.
Okay, can we put the order in a chat or a Discord one where it's not going to move? Because even when I'm calling it, people are doing it out of order.
Yeah, keep running over to interrupt after you, Pyrrha, but someone else gets it before I get there.
If that happens, then just get the next one. Again, we've got.
Yeah, I ran over there like 3 times though, and someone
I mean,
else
the problem is when I run over there and just hit it, but it's already been interrupted, and now we've lost an interrupt, and then we missed the next one because I don't have one.
Yeah.
We should never miss it because one of you guys do that. Like we have. Fuck, I'm not even gonna count them. We've got at least 7, and we really only need 3 or 4 in rotation. So the fact that we're missing those is.
Well, you're probably having like multiple people do that. Is the problem?
So here, let's just short circuit it. When you do it, so let's say it's Entropy's turn. Entropy, once you interrupt, you say Darth next. And then just know who's after you.
So the order that was called at start with was Pyrrha, Wolf, and then myself. I did ask for, as soon as you got the interrupt, just be able to say, I got this one, and then, or we can do the, just call who's next is fine, but, we're not consistently doing that. So I think we can do that, then the 3 of us can handle it, nobody else has to worry about it.
I agree, and I like
it. Just to be fair, Titanium, you're also in the middle of that. You gave us an interrupt order, but then you also went hog wild and said everybody else, hey, please interrupt when you can. So let's just stick to the 3, and it's on us to make sure that we do it right.
Okay. If you guys are comfortable with that, then we can make that the rule.
Yeah, because I did throw a few interrupts out as I got them, so that's probably me.
I put the order in the raid discussion Discord. If you have 2 screens, I realize not everybody does, but so it'll be me, Wolf, Entropy, Darth, Crystal. We should, of those 5, if you know you're next and you're not going to be able to get it, please call it out. Because like sometimes you are on doing the recital and you're nowhere near the boss.
I'll be the backup interrupt. Since I've got enough shields, I'm going to do my best to not interrupt them and leave it to you guys. But if you need it, call it, and I will have one.
Yeah, for you, Carbon, if it hits like 80% cast done, feel free to go ahead and interrupt it.
Roger, roger.
And yeah, because of that, I used to wait, but yeah, just interrupt it as soon as you can.
Yeah, there's no benefit to waiting on these ones, so 3 you guys just hit them when you get them. But yes, I'm going to agree with Entropy's thing and say it again. Call it out when you get it, and call the one after you. So, Pyrrha, call Wolf. Wolf, call Entropy. Entropy, call Pyrrha.
Okay, we just
Darth.
Chat did
Darth
5, so then it's Darth, and then are we going to 3 of us?
We
or
should
going
be able to
with 5?
rotate the 3.
I trust you 3 to be the top priority right now. That's nothing against Darth and etc. I just don't want to introduce too many variables.
All right, so we'll do it a rotation of 3. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
If you do get Deadly Volley, you can dispel yourself if you have it. I only have 1 mass dispel every 3 minutes.
Got it. All right. Any other comments, questions?
We're still pulling him back here, right?
Yes, we're still going to pull him back.
Let's go.
Concentrating check because, and this one's going for the pull. those interrupts as you guys get them.
Adds up.
I'm
next.
going next.
Add up.
I got next interrupt. Entropy, you're next.
Swap.
Got that interrupt. It's okay. Who has the next one?
I do.
Who has the next one?
I do.
CD1.
And
Entropy, you're next.
Got it.
100%. Good job on the interrupts, guys. Real good job. I like
And a roar. Mind.
everybody to your places. Play the dance music. Little lad is up.
2, 1.
You have Stavros.
Correct.
Interrupt.
Can't get it.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I can't get it either.
I can get next one.
You got it.
I can get next one.
Sorry. So Pyrrha has the next interrupt. Pyrrha, you have that one.
Wolf.
I got it. Entropy, you're next.
As soon as you get 2 stacks, I need a taunt.
Oh, swapping.
Now?
4, 3, 2, 1.
I got that interrupt. Who has the next one?
I do.
Not me.
That one, Entropy.
Adds up.
Little lad is up.
I grabbed
CD2.
it. Here, I grabbed it.
I'm next.
Recital, get it out.
I got this interrupt. Entropy, you're next.
Swap tanks.
Using symbol.
I'm gonna pick up Frida next.
Yeah.
Boss 1 dead.
Yeah. CD3.
Frida.
Oh, never mind. Correct.
Wolf, you're next.
Little lad is up. Little lad is up. I need a tank swap.
Swapping.
Got it.
Who's
Lad,
next
yeah.
then?
I will take
I'm
the next
next.
one. Okay. Pyrrha, you have it.
Swap.
I fucked up. Shield wall.
You fucked up.
Yeah, I taunted
Spread.
the wrong thing. Taunting now.
Yeah. CD. 3.
Have you got the interrupt here?
It hasn't come up yet.
I'll get it then.
You got next.
Okay, entropy
Adds
next.
up.
Need a taunt swap. Adds up.
Done.
Oops. Swap.
Score needs mana.
Little lad.
Pyrrha, you're next.
No, I just got that one.
I'm dead.
I
got it next.
Entropy, you have next. I know you said
I'm
just
dead.
repeating. Alright, that's away. Alright, do not release. Does anybody have a brazier or a thing?
No.
Yeah. I have Recarnate if we must use it.
No, let's run back. Everybody release. Repair when you release. Repair at the front little guy.
So something that I'm noticing is that people are not getting close enough when they're running with the paired chains. I even had one instance where somebody was running away from me while I was trying to catch up to them.
Just creating a chain of death is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Think that as a tightrope. If you're dragging that line through people, you're doing it wrong. You stay close enough that you don't have enough rope, but to drop the pools next to each other.
Yeah, you want to be as close to each other as humanly possible, not running away from each other, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Alright, so for the rest of the officers and etc., are you guys comfortable with this poll order, or do you want to adjust?
That's fine. 1 second. Do we have time to get Brutal in here, or do we just want to ask him to wait till next raid?
We're not bringing someone else in for 29 minutes.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
And I would use the same
Need his
logic
DPS?
for 29 minutes. I don't think we change up any of the strat. We keep working on it now to try and do the mechanics. I don't think we have time to swap up, but that's just my vote.
I agree. We'll rehash it after this.
Okay. So we're going to keep on with this strategy and keep making progress with what we got. We can reevaluate for next week.
I was gonna say, so I get that we didn't have enough time to change the spot. Did we say we were bringing Brutal in, or?
No.
Negative.
We'll wait till next week if he's available.
Alright, so no changes. This is a ready check for the go. Full timer's out. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
How dare you invade my property in such dreadful attire?
Wolf, you're next.
Okay.
What's up?
Little lad.
I get next. Done.
Swap.
Wolf, you're next.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 stacks.
Got it.
I'm next.
CD1 done.
Alright, everybody find your place. Movement speeds if you need them. Get to your spots. Good job so far. Great call outs on the interrupts, guys. Pick up Stavros, you got him.
I have first interrupt.
Little lad. Little lad is out. He's got the next interrupt. Wolf?
I do.
You have it. Okay.
We'll swap
Wolf, you
after
have
next
next.
charge.
Done.
I got the next interrupt.
Let's go ahead and swap. I taunted the wrong one because I'm bad.
Nice.
CD2 at 5 stacks.
Bad.
I do not have the next interrupt. I do not have that interrupt.
I got it. I got it.
I have next.
Little lad is up.
I'll get next interrupt.
Try to scooch him closer.
Dark Recital. Spread out. I got that
Nobody
interrupt
called out
too.
who was next.
I'm stunned. I can
got
get
it.
next.
Somebody get the next one.
You need to swap.
I'll get it.
I'll take Frida.
Okay, I got Niklaus. I need to
Alright, get everybody up.
I'll get next. Interrupt.
Swap after this.
Swap now.
Adds up.
We got next.
Little lads.
Need to swap.
Swap. Spread out 6 yards. I totally taunted him. Can we get the tank up?
35 seconds.
SOY.
Not necessarily keep going for now. No, it's wipe because of the stacks problem. Alright, I'm gonna bubble taunt. Okay. Now that is definitely a wipe. Alright, anybody who's up, just go ahead and die.
A brazier is down.
I'm still alive.
Would it be a good idea to kill Frieza first? Or Freda?
Are we dying to that 6-yard spread? I guess I'm
No.
looking at healers for that answer. Is that what's killing us? Because that's...
I am seeing, like if we're using each one of these squares as our own area of effect, I'm seeing multiple people standing in the same square.
Alright, anybody who has not released, go ahead and do so at this point. So the only reason to kill Frida first would be if we're dying to that mechanic. At least that would be my opinion, unless I get overruled.
Mechanic's just not that hard. I don't know if it's worth the risk.
I'm in agreement. We add the reason we're killing her second is because her added mechanic is not a big deal. The other two's added mechanics are a big deal. Alright, this is a ready check for the poll. I want to get as many as we can in the next 15 minutes and keep pushing this. Alright, we got at least one that's not ready.
That's me. Give me a second. I'm also not eating food.
I have a question is like, could we have people kind of be conscious of their CD usage and save it for the beginning of Frida? Instead of like, don't use it at the end of Stravos? That way, because we're getting through the first half of Stravos well when everyone's starting with their cooldowns. Maybe if people can maybe hold off 30 seconds if it means you're going to be able to use it on the next boss after he's died.
Sounds good.
Just ready check for the poll. Wolf, Porn, you guys good? Looks like a yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, we're gonna make one really, really minor change just so that we can see a little bit more. Let's lust at the top of Frida. That's what we're gonna do here so we can see more of this fight. So I will call that out, but as soon as we kill the first boss and we go into the top of Frida, that's a lust. Credit to that, it's gonna go to Skorned. It's a great idea.
Thank you.
Too far away.
Invade my property in such dreadful attire.
Adds up.
Yeah, get that little lag, guys.
Wolf, you have next.
Entropy, you got next.
Get that dark recital out.
Done.
It's on
Swapping.
switch.
Done.
Alright, I moved Frida, so who's got the next one?
Pyrrha.
No, I just got that one.
I'll get next then.
Okay, you have it. You have it.
Entropy, you're next.
CD1.
Done.
I'm next.
Alright, that's 50%. Everybody find your spot. Personal heal if you need to. Alright, get ready. You have Stravos. Ludo, you got him.
4, 3, 2,
Wolf, you have an next interrupt?
Little lad.
Okay.
That's lunge 1.
Entropy, you got next.
Get the dark recital out. Get the dark recital out. I got the interrupt. Sorry, Entropy.
I'm down.
I have next interrupt.
Darth, replace Entropy in the rotation, please. You're after Pyrrha.
I'm after Pyrrha. He's after
Right.
me. I'll call him.
Swap.
Here, you got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
CD2.
I'll get next. Dart, you're next.
I got it. Whoever
That's
sets a dart is
Add.
I have it.
I got it. Whoever's next is next. I got that one too. Alright.
I'll take Frida.
Lust now.
I'm dead, I can't lust.
I'll get it, give me a sec.
Whoever can.
I have next interrupt.
Little lad is up.
I'll get next interrupt after Pyrrha.
Ready for a taunt swap?
Using symbol.
Taunt swap.
I got next
Swapping.
interrupt.
Little lads are out.
I have next interrupt.
Spread.
I made a swap after this.
Swapping now. Swap
CD3.
next drop.
I got next interrupt.
Little lad is up. Kill the little lad. I need. Damn. Take down. Thank you, Cyber.
Dart, you're next on the interrupted list.
Take Frida.
Yep.
I got Frida. Little lads are up.
Pyrrha, you're next.
I got boss
Got it.
for you. 1 second. Taking the boss. Whip now.
Good swap.
Alright, that's 50%. Good job. This is the second phase. Find your little spot on the ground. We're gonna go and dance. Personal heal if you can, guys. Don't waste a cookie, but personal heal. I will start with Niklaus. You will start with Frida.
Okay.
Little tiny ads.
Wolf, you have next interrupt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dart, you're
Skorned,
next.
is your cooldown up?
No.
I have 16 seconds.
Alright. 5 seconds for you, Skorned.
It's another minute and a half. I used it before we left.
Okay, so.
Kill the target.
Alright. So Zipper at 5 stacks.
I have next interrupt.
I'll get next.
Need to swap.
Little lads on the field. Swap.
Dart, you're next.
Tank swap.
I have next.
Big swap.
Wolf, you have next.
Okay.
Little out is up, killed the skull.
Dart, you're next.
Swap.
Pyrrha, you're next.
Got it.
Spread 6 shards.
I went 5 full seconds without a single heal.
I think everybody was dead by then.
Yeah, I think we had a bunch of dead.
Liar! Want to blame that healers? That way
Alright.
the tanks don't fuck up.
Everybody release, repair one last time, and get the run in. We got time for 1 or 2 really shitty pulls. It's really good progress. Credit twice over to Skorned for telling us to recommend the thing there. At minimum, it makes progress. Alright, while we're running into here, any questions, any comments? Otherwise, we're going to go into a ready check and a poll as soon as we get Mcfooz up.
That second pull you can eat during the timer.
Thank you for the feast. Mcfooz, are you in Discord?
Well, I mean, he's in Discord.
Yeah, really. Can you hear me?
There he is.
Sorry, I had to run and pee.
Check for the go. We're going to try and get right into this. No changes. We are going to continue to lust at the top of Frida. Fourim, you there?
Yeah, putting a soul stone on Scorn.
Alright, here we go. Pull time route 10. Get to your spots. We're going to pull them back, same as usual.
5,
Good luck.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I must get closer.
Wolf next.
Little lattice up, killed skull.
Entropii, you're next.
I got that interrupt. Who's next?
Swapping.
Not me.
Wolf, you're next.
Okay.
I can take next.
I got it.
Got it.
I'll get next, and then Pyrrha.
Okay.
Alright, Pyrrha, it's on you.
Alright, that's 50%. Find your spots.
The interrupt order is going to start over like it is supposed to be. It'll be Pyrrha, me, then Entropii.
I'll start with Klaus. You'll start with Stavros.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The attendant's up in the top left.
Get that little ad, guys.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's stack 1.
Wolf next.
Spread out, recital.
Entropii next.
Who's next?
I'm next.
Okay, swap.
Wolf next.
Entropii next.
Got it. lad is up. Kill the little lad.
Okay, next.
Yeah, healer.
Which one?
2.
I'm down.
Got it. Or you're next.
Dart, you're next.
Just kill it, and then we'll swap. Taking Frida.
I'm next. Hero, right?
Little lad is up. Kill the little lad. Go ahead and hero right now.
We resing anybody?
I got the
Tank swap.
Oh, sorry, I got it.
Tiny ads are up.
I'm at burn.
Darth, get next.
I have the next. I have the next. Spread out 6 yards.
Swap after this.
I do not have the next. Somebody else has the next.
I have next.
You got it, Entropy.
Healer CD.
Darth, you got next.
Little lad is up. Kill the target ad. Sorry, I can't. That.
Or you're next.
Swap.
Swap now. Big heal on carbon.
Swap. Oh, never mind.
I got it.
I'm next.
That's 50%. Good luck with the heals if we can get the if we can get that tank up, we're gonna need it. Do we have a BR for the tank? Is that possible?
Yeah. I'll get it in a second. Don't take it right this second.
Who am I taking?
3, 4, 2.
Just take a Frida.
That's fine.
Sorry.
I'm next. Interrupt.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Swapping.
I got next.
Symbol out.
Little lad's out. Kill the skull.
Done.
Darth, you're next.
Swap.
I'm next.
You're next. I got next.
You're next, Entropy.
Ads are up for a while.
I need to swap when your stacks drop.
Swapping.
That's done. Next.
Darth next. Oh, I guess I'll get it.
Little lad's up.
Swapping your stacks are off.
Don't have that.
Swipe. Alright.
It's done.
My one ask would be before we break, before we turn it over to Jack for closing comments and stuff, did anybody from the healers in particular have an opinion on what got us killed there? Was it any one given thing, or was it just that fight sucks?
I think that when we come to the cooldowns, we gotta to label out if you just used it. I guess that's kind of one thing. So then
For the
next person
healer?
healer, so they know that the next person's up.
Yeah. So I've been timing it for every 5th stack of oppression. And, Like the same CD order that I gave at the very beginning should hold true.
Might help if you guys do it similar to what we're doing with the interrupt. Calling out, hey, so
Yep.
and so just called it, and call the next one.
Yep.
Yep, and we will do that for next time.
Any other comments or questions on this particular fight that are fresh in people's minds? Otherwise, I'm going to turn it over to Jack and Ben and team for closing comments. No, that's all I got.
Oh, good job. It's progression.
Yeah, and we will be saving the lockout.
Okie dokie.
Don't you guys think that it would be wise to do another clear through the bosses that we've gotten through so we can get some people some more gear? Because this seems to be a gear check that we're not doing so well on.
It's an officer's call. I think they'll discuss it.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll talk about it. We'll let everybody know.
I mean, if you look at everybody's gear on details, though, almost everybody's like 190 plus. So I mean, it's not like we're that far off.
Also valid.
Also, if we do say the lockout, it will only be one person with the lockout, so the rest of you are free to, you know, pug if you need to. We will not be raiding Thursday. It is Christmas Eve. There's going to be way too many people out with family things. As far as I'm aware, oh yeah, working, that fucking sucks, dude. Saturday I think is up in the air. It'll be out on the calendar, I'm sure. People can sign up, but it's probably going to be a slow night. We may not have as many people because I may be there. We'll see, but I mean, Christmas with family, any kind of thing you get like that will take priority. So.
I know I will not be here on Thursday or Saturday, so I'm definitely down to raid earlier in the week.
So before we break it further, in the absence of anybody else saying it, I do want to say, great job, guys. That's progress, that's progression, and it's every single one of those fights we did more and more. So whether we change the pull order or not, whether we change the strat or not, it's always fun to see people get better as the evening goes on. So
Yeah, my honest opinion, I think we should try a couple pools with switch and pull order just to see what happens.
Yep.
Or kill order, I mean.
Also, this is normal raiding, right? We breezed through the first, 6+ bosses, like, faster than we really should have. This is normal raiding. You wipe for a whole night. So don't get discouraged. Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, second and great.
Yeah, it's progression.
Both of you guys.
I'm going to hop up to officer real quick, guys. Good job, everyone on raid. Carbon, I'm going to pull you up too since you've been explaining that fight. I got a few things I want to see about.
Fine by me. I'll be around.